Hey, hey, hey. Come on, guys. Get over here. Hi. Hi, everyone. We are... Oh, I love the hearts. Oh, yay. We're live on Facebook and Instagram this morning talking about letting go of fear. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes. Let everybody get settled in. I'm over here having a whole dance party and spilled tea on my whatever. We ain't doing that today. It would. It would. Guys, we're letting everyone get settled in. We'll start talking at about 11:05. Just kind of getting everybody in here. Give me 1 second. Because, of course. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and get started. Can everyone see me okay? Am I clear? Am I clear? Am I clear? All right, I'm going to give you guys just a brief word from our sponsor. Women on the Move is a global women's empowerment network that is dedicated to fostering a digital environment where professionals can collectively share, engage, collaborate, and connect with other global-minded women in various industries with the purpose of enterprise creation, growth, and development. We promote social networking to help women achieve their dreams at a much faster rate and with higher results. We're an inclusive environment to all women from all walks of life. Please don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. And make sure you get your tickets to the Mother Should Have Told Me event coming up next month, August 11th. I'm excited. I'm going to be there with my baby girl. The link to the tickets is on this page. So if you haven't gotten your tickets already, please make sure you do that. I've been personally blessed by this movement and excited to see the growth and expansion of such a beautiful work. Special thanks to Jasira. Your selfless dedication to this ministry is phenomenal. I see you. You know, you're so big and you're doing it. And it's such an empowering and supportive thing that you're doing for all women. So I appreciate that. Platforms such as Women on the Move are not only needed, but are mission critical to the advancement of women everywhere. So without further ado, I'll introduce myself. My name is Sandra Rose. I am a woman who is passionate about empowering and connecting women everywhere, a wife to CEO Damian Rose, the mother to two very expressive and powerful children, Serenity and Damian Jr., and co-owner and COO of Serenity Rose Massage and Wellness. Serenity Rose Massage and Wellness was founded on the vision of being a lighthouse to our community, a place where you can find the tools, resources, and expertise needed to guide you along your healing journey. We can be found on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and on our website, www.serenityrosemassage.com. People who are viewing this presentation, stay here. I'm going to have a special offer for you guys at the end, so keep it locked with me just for a few minutes. If you're watching this right now, drop me a line. Tell me where you're from. For those of you who know me, get in those comments. Say something. Let people know where you know me from. Share a little story about us. Let's really get to know each other. This could be interesting, but I'm here for it. Come on, Amina. I know you've got some stories. Drop them in there. I want to talk to you guys today about letting go of fear and building your legacy from an entrepreneur standpoint. Specifically, I want to talk on 3 subjects. Hey, Selena, girl. I want to talk about what happens when you decide to go after your dreams wholeheartedly, what things to avoid in the process, and what it looks like building a legacy alongside of your spouse, right? Because that can get interesting. Feel free to chime in along the way. Hey, cousin. I love hearing stories from women who are going through similar experiences, who are just starting out their journey in entrepreneurship, who are thinking about the big jump. So let me know where you are in your process, and if you connect with something that I'm speaking about along the way. A little history lesson. My background is in human resources. I served as the director of human resources and the queen of all things HR, right? I started off as a small startup company with my last organization, and it quickly turned into a multi-million-dollar, multi-state organization. I did that for 10 years before joining my husband in our family business. My husband, David, and I have been married for 6 years now. Just celebrated our 6-year anniversary last month. Prior to us getting married, we had a strategic goal. It was colorful. It was laid out. It had bullet points and side notes. We laid out where we were going to go, what we were going to do, and what things we expected along the way. So we had a plan. The plan was that I would work my corporate position and he would build the family business from the ground up until it was so successful that it demanded me to quit my full-time salaried PTO having 9-to-5 job. And then we would run the business together, travel the world, and ride off into the sunset, right? That was the plan. It was a good plan. It was carefully laid out. But how many of you know that when God has other plans for you, it doesn't matter how carefully thought out your vision boards are, it doesn't matter how many bullet points you have, those plans take a back seat, right? Does anybody have an experience with that? Okay, I see some hearts on Instagram. Yes. So for the ones who know me, you know how I love my bullet points and my colored graphs, right? I found peace in that because it made sense. It was practical. I could control the outcome of the graphs. But God said he's going to take me places that my bank account won't agree with. He said that he would take me far beyond what my plans could imagine. And so my point is, it's okay to have a plan, but make sure that when life happens and God decides to move you, you remain fluid. Life is constant change. I was promised that if I was okay to just trust and allow, he would make provision for the rest. Listen, I need to speak to someone who's on here who's been through some things and come out better on the other side. Emma, we were just talking about this the other day. Emma, my cousin from Emma's World Treasures, is on here following. Thank you so much. But we were just talking about this the other day. When God says move, you move. And when you decide to do it your way, he will move you, right? Okay, I'm seeing some hearts. All right, yeah, I understand that. So about 3 years ago, I started feeling this shift. I was experiencing an internal war between everything that I built with this company and where I knew I needed to be. At the same time, the company itself was changing. The meetings that I once enjoyed, the people, the conference calls became unbearable. I couldn't take it anymore. The big house, the material things that were once important to me became a noose. I was trapped. Meanwhile, my husband was building this empire, right? We were moving into our new facility. We were hiring therapists and things were moving with my company's business. And I wanted to be, or my family's business, and I wanted to be there, but I felt like something was holding me back. Honestly, I was scared. It was fear. How was I going to give up my corporate job to help build my family's small business? Financially, it didn't make sense. So I did what most of us do. I sat there, uncomfortably comfortable, because I was too afraid to jump. Right? Jasira saying she's been through some stuff. Yes, exactly. How many of us are sitting in a situation like that right now? Uncomfortably comfortable. All right, stay with me. I got some things for you. Afraid to use the gifts that God gave us because we're scared that they won't be enough. And let's just be honest about that. We're scared because we think that those gifts that God gave us are not enough. Okay. The gifts that I fine-tuned to help build this multi-million-dollar company, in my eyes, were not enough to do it for myself. I created limitations that didn't exist to help me stay somewhere that I knew I didn't need to be. Your gifts are more than enough. I started interviewing at other companies, right? Like maybe I just need to move here. Maybe I'm just not comfortable in this situation. Let me just move over here and see what that brings, right? I couldn't stand that. And it's not like I don't get along with people, guys. I'm nice. I couldn't find peace anywhere. I would sit in the interviews going, I already see what kind of establishment this is. Right, exactly. Listen, I don't know. But I sat there. I stayed. I stayed until it was so uncomfortable that I had no choice but to jump. Because God says, when he wants you to move and you've got your mind made up that you're going to do it your way, he'll tear down everything that is keeping you away from fully trusting him and allow you the front row seat to see it crumble. So I watched this multi-million-dollar company that I helped build crumble right in front of me. And it was difficult, man. I stayed until They did the only thing that they could do to make me move. They made me choose my family. And that was simple. But the transition itself was so hard. It was so tough. All of the systems that made sense to me began to fall. I was forced to reprogram my whole belief system. And here's what people don't tell you about. Here's what's never written down in those testimonials. You guys know what the 3 C's are? Anybody? 3 C's. 3 C's. Okay, well, since I have a little bit of experience, I'll tell you. Crying, cooking, and cleaning. Because I felt like I gotta pull my weight around here, right? Like I sat home for a week doing those 3 things. I had no idea what to do next. I was traumatized. It was huge. I had been there 10 years. So what I did know was that I could never again be comfortable in a situation where my employer dictates where I vacation, how much time I get off, what I eat, what I'm able to wear, right? Never again would that be my story. And so God showed me that he gave me these gifts. And let's be clear, we all have these amazing God-given gifts. We have to lean in. We have to activate those gifts. So after a week with the 3 C's, my husband, my partner in life, came to me and was like, "You done? You have a seat. You have a position waiting for you. What are you doing? We have work to do." And so I strapped up my boots, right? And I showed up. I had my notepad in hand. I was trying to learn all of the inner workings of this business that he spent so much time and energy building. I talked to clients who heard stories about me and saw me and my kids for years. I knew them and they knew me. I was home. It took all of 1 week before I started moving things around, putting my touch on things, right? Basically getting on my husband's nerves. That's okay. We'll touch on that a little bit later. But the most important thing was I began to activate my gifts. And immediately, Spirit began to align our business with events and help me build relationships with clientele that complemented and elevated what my husband and our team were already doing. I made a goal to do more outreach and get into the community to educate and provide chair massages, giving the village a hands-on feel of the benefits of massage. I met and exceeded those goals. So why was I afraid? What was it that was holding me back? I created that. I created that fear. And when you think of fear as something that your mind creates, you get to change your perspective and shift that fear. And it's not like fear won't keep coming back. It does. It always comes back. I was scared this morning. I was scared last night. I was scared last week. But I get to shift that perspective and say, you know what? Fear doesn't hold me anywhere. I do that. I want to share something with you. When you decide to go after your dreams with your entire being, spirit, mind, and body, here's what happens. You begin to expand. You shift, you stretch beyond what your dreams could ever imagine. When failure is not an option, you are backed by bold action. Your fear is muffled. When you know that this is it, you move different. And the universe responds accordingly. I began to have conversations that intimidated me. And each time I did, those conversations led to connections. God put people in my life or in our lives who said, you need to know this person. Hey, come over here. We need to take you to this event. Let me help you. I don't take that lightly. Yes, I don't take that lightly. And I'm so grateful for those opportunities. Things will begin to line up, but only when you put one foot in front of the other and consistently do this as a standard practice. Surround yourself with thoughts, ideas, and people who support your movement, which brings me to my next point. What things do you need to avoid like the plague? Avoid naysayers. I know that sounds simple, but I really want you to meditate on this. People are only limited by their own beliefs. Those same people will attempt to pass those limitations onto you. And most of the time, it's not out of spite. It's based on their own self-limiting beliefs and lack of faith. Avoid those people. Avoid that energy. Run. Run. I want to spend a little time here because I really want to bring this message home. These conversations are not always blatantly discouraging conversations, and that's why it's so easy for them to kind of seep in there. Sometimes it's just a little seed of doubt being planted. Conversations like, oh, but make sure you guys start small, okay? And then work your way up. Can you afford that? Are you qualified to do that? Oh, I know you have big dreams, but keep dreaming. You'll get there. Just don't put all your eggs in one basket. Who is that in your family? Who is that in your circle? Guys, don't be petty. I didn't say name them. Don't start dropping names. We don't want to do that. That's not what we're preaching on this morning, right? But here's what I want you to do. I want you to make sure you identify those people. Those are the same people that may very well love and care for you, but you have to choose not to entertain that. Don't feed that energy. God didn't give them your gifts. He qualified you, right? Almost everyone. So listen, here's why that's so important. This journey will have times when you want to give up. When the phone doesn't ring and the picture isn't as clear as you felt like it should have been. And the last thing you need is to let those self-limiting seeds take root. Clear it out, pray it out, sage it out, detox. Whatever you need to do, you got this, and don't forget that. Another thing to avoid is avoid negative self-talk. Don't doubt or limit yourself. You're so much greater than you allow yourself to be. And I'm just talking to myself right now, guys. I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about Sandra right now. Don't be limited by your own thoughts. Imagine if you change the narrative. That's where your story begins, when you decide to change your narrative. Feed yourself with affirmations, positive videos and images of empowering people. People who force you to level up. Get with these folks and often, and avoid trying to do everything on your own strength. We don't always have the answer. That's why we need people. We need other people around us. Allow people in who genuinely want to help. As a business owner, that's tough, especially when this business is your baby, your legacy. But think of it this way. How much more can you get done if you're able to delegate smaller tasks to people who honor your vision and share your mission? And I'm going to say that again. Don't hand your baby off to no stranger, okay? Let people in who honor your vision and share your mission. And that's something that I really want you guys to take away from. Another thing is be coachable. You can always learn from someone, anyone. Take notes, take the advice, and then it's up to you what you use. Okay. Understand that things don't always go as planned, but set yourself up for success, right? My final topic is something that comes up very often for me. Me and Damien doing the business together. What is it like building this business with your husband? Well, it's as easy or as difficult as I allow it to be. And I'm just being honest. Running a business can be taxing and rewarding at the same time. Same for marriage. And then you put these two things together and you can either have the perfect combination or an epic disaster. And we have been both. Damien and I are the perfect complement. We are the perfect measure of yin and yang. He's so laid back. And I wanted it done yesterday. But neither of us back down when we're passionate about something. And that could be very difficult to navigate, especially in a business setting. I think the most important thing with that is really respecting each other, respecting each other's ideas, respecting each other's differences, trying not to step on each other's toes, and apologizing when that does happen. Hey, Tracy. We're not the perfect picture book relationship, but here's news, no one is. It doesn't exist. Don't compare your situation to anyone else's. You never know what people are really going through. There are times when we're like, oh, yes, I know. Yes, we do love each other very much. Oh, yeah, look what we created. I know. Yeah, thanks. All right, bye. And then we're like, and another thing, don't you ever, because that's who we are. We're real. And things happen. And we love each other and we fight. You know, and I tell people all the time, it's not what it always looks like. And that's okay. One thing that helped us was Damien and I were very clear about what we wanted when we got together and what we wanted our family to represent. So even though we go through tough times like everyone else, we honor our values. We understand that there's work that we need to do that has nothing to do with us. We know the importance of that. We understand that our mission of transformational healing does not stop at massage and facials. But shameless plug, we do both of those very well. Come see us, serenityrosemassage.com. We know the meaning of the work that we do. And when you think big picture, the minor issues that you have fade in comparison. Even though when it comes down to it, I don't care what he says. The lavender should never face the wall. It should always face the head of the massage table. Damien, if you are watching, the lavender faces the head of the massage table. We're not having that conversation again, period. So I know I'm getting to the time, guys. Just to recap, I want you to walk away with a few tips. And I want to make this tangible for you. When you begin to go after your dreams wholeheartedly, have a plan, but be willing to be guided by spirit. Your gifts are more than enough. And when you activate those gifts, the universe will make way for your dreams. Things to avoid. Avoid naysayers. Avoid self-limiting talk. And avoid trying to do everything yourself. Outsource and delegate when possible. When building a legacy with your spouse, a few things. You get out of it what you put in. Like all things worth having, it takes work. Respect each other's differences and ideas. And be very clear about the vision. I hope that me sharing my experience will have other women feel empowered and continue their journey wherever stage they may be in. I'm so grateful for Jasira and the Women on the Move group for allowing me to share with you guys. I encourage you guys to like and share this presentation with other groups if you haven't done so already. You can find Serenity Rose Massage and Wellness on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and via our website, serenityrosemassage.com. And don't forget, guys, to get your tickets for the Mom Should Have Told Me event coming up August 11th. Jasira is going to have the link on this page and the event page on the Women on the Move page. And I want to invite all of you guys to come down and see us at Serenity Rose in Boynton Beach, Florida. We provide massage, facials, yoga, meditation, nutritional wellness, spa parties, mobile massage, events, and corporate wellness services. The 1 hour massage is usually $80. Tessie's like, yes, honey, yes. A 1 hour massage is regularly $80, but if you mention Women on the Move between now and the end of August, you pay $55 as my personal gift to you. Thank you so much for your hospitality, love, and light. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, everyone. Bye. Bye.